sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I don't compare. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't compare. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world I could ever be. He's been so good. But He knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't compare. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world I could ever be. He's been so good. And try all my children. My midnight went to bed. So I just say, thank you, Lord. I've been loud, thank you, Lord. I've been talked about, thank you, Lord. I've been misunderstood, but thank you, Lord.
I won't complain. I will not complain. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I am so sorry for my lateness. I'm supposed to look at this camera. I got a new camera, y'all, a new lighting. But I have to put Braxton to sleep because if he doesn't go to sleep before 8:30, he'll stay up the whole show. Even if I put him to bed and he's not all the way asleep, he's gonna come in here crawling And so I changed the show tonight. I was going to talk about the bowling fiasco and FAMU, but I said, you know what? Let me give FAMU a break. Let's just talk about just the Swac as a whole. So the title for tonight's show is The Swac and the Restless. And you know what? Actually, we can just talk about HBCUs as a whole, because there was an article that dropped today, and it was interesting, from a MEAC alum, and allegedly Hugh Jackson is going to be the next head football coach of Morehouse. So we're going to talk about that. And Braxton won't be sleeping long. I hope he sleeps, because that little boy, he does a lot. So the title of tonight's show is, of course, The Swac and the Restless, because goodness gracious, we have so much stuff going on just in all areas of HBCU. Ooh, I'm hoping Mr. Ford come up here tonight, because Mr. Ford, we want to hear from you. The same way he was calling out Dr. Lori, I'm calling out Mr. Ford with this Grambling. Don't forget, there's a rumor about a D2 school allegedly moving up to join the MEAC within 2 years. Allegedly. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And I thought that tonight, instead of focusing on the bowling fiasco with the young ladies, basically quitting the team, and then the issues with the coach, I said, you know what? Let me push that to the side. And let's go ahead and talk about just HBCU as a whole. So let's get straight to it. I'm going to do my little spiel. It's not going to be that long tonight. It's not at all. And then I'm hoping that we can get some folks up in here. Yep. Get your damn tickets. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is some of these coaching additions that we've had in the SWAC and other HBCU schools. And of course, Morehouse is not a SWAC school, but this is some breaking news, right? So this is a possible in the works, allegedly confirmed, on its way to happening, which is Hugh Jackson and Morehouse. Now, I make the bold statement that Hugh Jackson is who Deion Sanders claimed to be. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is Hugh going to Grambling and now in talks with Morehouse. He actually really wants to be in these young men's lives coaching. At this point, it's clearly he wants to coach, right? He wants to coach. And this is the move that Ed Reed would never make. And what I mean by that is he's not humble enough to say, I'll go to a Morehouse, or I'll go to a Benedict College, or, you know, I'll go to a place that it's not going to be day one up in front. It's going to be something to build. And that is why I say that Hugh Jackson is an actual representative of someone who's been at the highest level, which is the NFL, but he actually wants to coach. And it's not about trying to come up off of a team and then leave. I feel like he's more, his actions say that. His actions speak that. I know that he talked about when he exited Grambling that he felt like he should have been given more time. And Grambling, of course, chose to part ways after 2 seasons. He went 3-8 and then 5-6, and they were done. So the expectation, of course, in the SWAC is different, especially after Dion, and it put such a high expectation on all of these SWAC coaches to win right now, to recruit heavy right now, to get these magical resources right now. So why do I like the Morehouse move? Well, for one, Hugh Jackson has some funding behind him. He has money that he's bringing and support. And that money is, he should be taking the same deals that he was making with Urban Edge, and he should be able to make that same deal with Morehouse. That brings resources that Morehouse didn't have. And for Morehouse, let's go ahead and look at Morehouse's football schedule last year and how they were. And then we're going to look at somebody who is a Morehouse alum who decided that he felt like getting Hugh Jackson was not a good idea. I'm trying to figure it out. I really would like to know everybody else's thoughts on it. So this is Morehouse College. They were 1-9 last year. Now, we'll talk about this later. If Tennessee State does make a jump to a HBCU conference, it'll be interesting if they go to the MEAC. It will be interesting. But Morehouse was 1-9 last year. 0.100% winning, 1-7 in the conference. They had one win. They didn't win at home. They didn't win at neutral sites. See, I didn't even have to wait that long. It's the year of the Tiger, Mr. Ford. How you doing, Mr. Ford? I can't hear you. Whenever you're ready. Hello? Dang, why did they do that? Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. They lost to Howard. Howard, why would y'all even 65-19, 65 points? Virginia Union University beat the crap out of them. Albany State University beat them. Edward Waters beat the dog mess out of them. Benedict College didn't actually just wipe the floor with them, but they beat them as well. Tuskegee University beat them. Miles College, Fort Valley State University, Kentucky State University. The only team that they won against was Clark Atlanta University. Mr. Ford,
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, Mr. Ford?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
All right. We want to express our condolences to the King family. You know, they lost Dexter. Was it this week or last week?
Last week.
Last week. King. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dexter King. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mr. Ford.
Mr.
Ford.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing this week?
I'm kind of shocked about the fact that the fact shows Raheem Morris over Belichick. I'm shocked.
You talking about the Falcons?
Yeah, they're gonna hire Raheem Morris.
Belichick is only a winning coach with a winning quarterback. He can't do nothing. Couldn't do it with Cam. Couldn't do it with Mr. Ford. You kind of break.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see.
Okay, I can hear you a
little bit.
How about that? Yeah, I can hear
I'm
you.
still shocked. Yeah, I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked about that. I like Raheem.
I'm rooting for him. He's a black coach.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for everybody black. You know, okay. Okay, we'll see if Mr. Ford come back on. But y'all being kind of messy. Listen, those Grambling folks, they were the Grambling folks were going to send me a cease and desist letter, sue me, get my YouTube page taken down, and a whole bunch of other things for making statements regarding Coach Mickey Joseph. So we're going to leave him alone. Mr. Ford, you have to connect your device. It says you're not connected. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me now, Mr. Ford? So we're gonna leave them. We're gonna let them Grambling folks marinate on that, on them alleged. Here, let me show you what they did when I said that. This is literally what happened after I made several different statements about their current coach. This is what happened. I was like, Mickey Joseph, that I said Ole Miss wanted to interview Coach Mickey Joseph.
This is false accusation. And furthermore, accusations. These are not accusations.
I said Mickey Joseph had other opportunities to interview with people, or excuse me, organizations in the NFL.
Accusations. This is false accusation. And furthermore, accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation.
So I'm gonna leave them folks alone for right now. We're gonna leave them alone. Leave them alone. I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna let y'all rock out. Mr. Ford, what's going on with your phone?
it's old and raggedy.
Man, we might have to invest in. We're gonna do a donation.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to use a smartphone? Because some folks don't like smartphones. Too much gadget and gadget stuff.
Listen, whatever you get me, I'll love it. Whatever I can get, I'll love it.
Okay, we're gonna do that tonight because we need you to be able to get on that phone. Who's your carrier?
I'm T-Mobile.
Got you.
Yep.
We got you, Mr. Ford. We're gonna make sure to get you a new phone for T-Mobile.
Okay. Yeah. So I know I done missed everything. What's everybody talking about?
Oh, Mr. Ford, did you hear about Hugh Jackson going to Morehouse?
Yeah. Listen, I think he can do now. It depends on the school. If they listen with that transfer portal, he can build a Swac type team over there at Morehouse. Now, I don't know if they're willing to do it.
So can he do like a Dion in the Swac because of the amount of talent that he would be able to pull? I mean, he was pulling 4 stars out of 3 and 4 stars to Grambling, and then it is in the Chocolate City. I mean, who wouldn't want to go there?
But see, now let me tell you, Mr. Mona, and I say this all the time to people. See, it doesn't start with the coaches. It starts with the president. What is the vision of the president for that athletic program and that football team? If he's down,
they was 1-9.
That's I know because they beat my school. The only school they beat was Clark. But listen, it starts with the president. Now, I got to find out. I don't know who the president is right now.
I think that so Hugh was able to bring in Urban Edge, right?
Right.
And they were able to basically provide like some sort of financial support. So I'm willing to put out on a limb that those same that same stuff that he'll be able to obtain that at Swac, and that'll be a bigger impact. So let's say at Grambling he was able to get $1 million put towards the program. Well, $1 million towards a Morehouse football program goes quite a longer way.
Right.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this article. I was like, dang, anybody can be a journalist and write an article, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to read it to you because it's actually kind of in the opposite. It says that Hugh Jackson would be a big mistake for Morehouse College. Mind you, this particular school went 1-9 last year. There's not really any type of anything that would be worse than 1-9.
That's what I'm saying. Why would that be a big mistake?
This is Karan Phillips. Not only is the iconic HBCU the last place he should be, Jackson is a joke who's never been a good head coach. Mind you, this is Morehouse College that only won one football game last year.
Right. Yeah.
Morehouse football desperately needs a shot in the arm. Hugh Jackson is a dose of bad medicine. According to reports, Morehouse College, the all-male HBCU in Atlanta, is in negotiations with Jackson to be their next head football coach. At this point, it feels like it's inevitable. In full transparency, I am a Morehouse man alum, and I love my school. So basically, this is someone who is getting ready to see a change because, of course, Hugh Jackson coming to Morehouse is a really big change, really big for their football program. Right. But let's be clear, this column isn't being written by emotion. It's a breakdown of how and why Jackson is unfit for this position in every sense of the word based on fact and logic. So based off of that first sentence right there, I'm just kind of like, what? How is any coach, a little league coach, any coach for that matter, when you've went 1-9?
Right. Like I said, Mr. Mona, it starts in the president's office. We got to find out what is the vision of the president. I mean, if he doesn't care, no, it's not going to work.
Well, I don't think that they do. I don't think that they do care because obviously, if they're going 1-9 and they perpetually, if I pull up the schedule, I mean, they were 1-9, and then let's see what they were in 2022. 2022, they was 1-9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I said before, winning starts in the president's office. What is the vision of the president?
4-6 in 2019. I mean, have they ever had a winning program? Oh, okay. So
yes, you don't remember Anthony Jones?
2018, they were 7-3. They beat UAPB, Lane College, Central, Miles College, Kentucky, Tuskegee, Benedict. They played really well in 2018. They were 7-3. But other than that, 2017, they were back to being 4-6. 2016, 3-7. So it's not like they're just a perpetually losing team. So my thing is, if they're a perpetually losing team, how is adding Hugh Jackson taking away from that program? So he says the idea that a program like Morehouse, one that's coming off back-to-back 1-9 season and will be on its third head coach in 3 years when the season starts, has an opportunity to be led by a former NFL head coach seems great on paper, but that's why looks can be deceiving. So then he goes on to talk about the NFL, and he talks about Grambling and how Doug Williams said that he's very disappointed in Grambling when they were trying to hire Art Briles to the staff. It's not saying anything concrete to me. But this person emphasized that Morehouse is more about academics, not athletics.
Well, that's true. That is true.
It says, to Morehouse, it's a different place is an understatement. It's a Black college for Black men. But on top of that, all impressive alumni that the college has produced since 1867. What many don't know is that athletics are taken even less seriously than that at other HBCUs. Athletics have never and will never be the priority at HBCUs, as sports, and particularly football, aren't why students go there. The star quarterback is never going to be the big man on campus, despite what NFL aspirations they may have. And if athletics aren't the focus at other HBCUs, then they're an afterthought at Morehouse. So it's interesting to hear that type of vitriol from an alum, right? I like it.
But that's not necessarily true now. I mean, that's somebody's opinion. And you know about opinions now. You know, they like backsides. Everybody got one. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Let me tell you something. If Morehouse were to join the Swac or the MEAC and use Georgia State Stadium as a home stadium, when Southern and Jackson and all them come here, man, they could make a lot of money. I'm telling you now. And I'm saying this to you too, that with that transfer portal, you can build a Swac-like team at Morehouse. But the thing is, the president, I'm telling you, the president is the key. What is the vision for the athletic program from the president?
It does say that they're the only school in the SIAC that requires a 3.0 to play football.
Oh, okay.
So the sentiments there, of course, are you have to be academically sound and athletically sound.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Kanisha said he's only one alum. And that's and my sentiments is with that is it's sad to see people feel like athletics are unworthy when athletics can do so much more for the program, like for the school as a whole. Not saying that Morehouse needs the extra eyes or the extra income, but Morehouse isn't moving on their admission standard. And I think that's a fair assessment. You don't have to worry about APR if the people that are on your team have a 3.0 and they're getting into Morehouse. They're going to graduate from Morehouse.
Well, let me just say this. If Howard can have an outstanding football program, if Hampton can have an outstanding football program, then Morehouse can have one too.
Most Morehouse alumni feel the same way as Karan Phillips because Morehouse sees itself more like a Black Ivy League.
So does Howard.
To be clear, most Morehouse grads feel that way.
That don't stop you from having an outstanding football program.
Just let the man have his football team. Good Lord. You guys were 1-9. Does it really matter? He's going to bring a deal with, he's going to bring in money for the football program. It's not like you're going to have to come out of your pocket. It's Atlanta. So their traveling costs are probably lower than everybody else's, right? Because they're right there in one of those main hubs.
Oh, yeah.
So basically they're saying we're too good to have. So why even have a football program at all if you feel that way? What's the purpose of having a football program if you guys aren't worried about winning? At this point, I think it's kind of like, so I guess Morehouse isn't one of the schools that are coming from D2 then?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Did you hear about allegedly a D2 school is getting ready to come to the MEAC?
Yeah, I've been Blue has been hinted. He hadn't given us a name, but yeah, I heard that too.
Well, I've been hearing him talk about Morehouse because why would they come?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it would be a good move for Morehouse.
For what though? What are they coming up there for? If they're not, they're not concerned with
listen, let me tell you something. For the SWAC and the MEAC to have a school in Atlanta with all these, listen, there's only one other city in America who has more HBC graduates than Atlanta. That's DC. You know that all of that, man, it would be great.
Oh yeah, those Bison alums. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got alums. Everybody's got alums in Atlanta.
They all got doctors. They always got a doctor attached to their name. Dr. Kanisha, Dr. D. So it's basically most Morehouse folks see sports purely as extracurricular. I don't even think Morehouse awards athletic scholarships. Wow. So I'm just trying to figure out how he's going to finesse it. But I will say this, it's admirable. What do you think about Tyler Roll? The offensive coordinator for Tennessee State. I think that's right. Mr. Ford.
Is this the guy that's coming from North Dakota State?
Yes. I
gotta see him.
They make it seem like he's let me think of who they're acting like he is. Good Lord. I don't know. They make it seem like he's the best thing since sliced bread. I can't
remember he's a white man. In America, we think that everything white is great. That's America.
Oh, Dr. Kanisha says they do award athletic scholarships.
Okay.
So all those kids from the 1-9 team, they was getting off. They don't even have to really win, and they on scholarship. Okay, Mr. Ford. What do you think about Javonte Jones, our special teams outside linebacker coach?
I had said it earlier. I thought that was a great move. I was a big fan of his. He played for Rick Comegys. I was a big fan of his. Like I told you, I thought he was NFL worthy. I thought sure that he would, have a career in the NFL and all of that. But I saw him at Jackson State. He was awesome.
So there's a couple. You want to talk about your coach, the Year of the Tiger coach? Now that you marinated on you.
Okay, now is that Joseph?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, listen. I think listen. I'm telling y'all. I think Grambling's on the way back. I think Grambling's gonna put it together. Now I'm not saying the first year, but I think that in the next 2 to 3 years, Grambling will be fighting for the Swac championship.
Wait a minute. Are they even gonna hold a coach for that long? You said how many years?
2 to 3 years.
There's no coach in the SWAC there's no coach in the SWAC that has 2 to 3 years to win anything. You don't get 2 to 3 years. Well,
I think he will. I think he gets 2 to 3 years, and I really think that they're going to roll. Of course, I want to know what the offensive line looks like, what the defensive line looks like.
Mr. Ford,
what does the quarterback room look like?
Did Coach Joseph interview with the Saints?
Did he interview for the job?
With the Saints.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Did Coach Mickey Joseph interview with the NFL Saints? The New Orleans Saints, sorry.
I have no clue. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it because, like I told you, that Joseph name is big. Everybody knows them.
Okay.
Huh?
You know that the Grambling alums, they came after me, huh? They was
about
on my head, Mr. Ford.
About what?
They're going to send me a cease and desist letter. I'm going to get my
about what?
Away. Because the other day when you were at work, I said some things about Coach Joseph, that allegedly Ole Miss wanted to interview him, and allegedly he might have interviewed for an NFL team, and they got mad.
And so that's why they sent a cease cease and desist letter?
Yep. They said, keep our coach's name out your mouth.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not going to talk about
you are a journalist. You are a sports journalist. What I mean, don't you have First Amendment rights? Don't you have freedom of speech?
Yes. That's why I usually always say allegedly beforehand. But
okay.
Okay, you want to hear something else that I heard allegedly? Let's type allegedly in the chat. The coach that dropped out of the coaching search, there was a coach that dropped out of the coaching search. I don't see no allegedly in the chat. So I'm going to wait till it gets there. There was 5 coaches, right, that were up for the FAMU job. and then one of them dropped out.
Okay.
Allegedly, the coach that dropped out is the out of house candidate. Allegedly.
Okay. Okay.
That means that only leaves 4 in-house candidates, right?
Right.
So that means that there is a strong possibility that the head coach could, in fact, be one of the coaches from the Celebration Bowl team. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Good. Yeah, but it'd be good. I'm happy. I hope it happens.
Wouldn't that be crazy though, Mr. Ford? You done did all
well,
this.
That's what it needs to be.
Hired a coaching firm.
They got
coaches. They've been looking for a coach all this time. Only to get somebody that was already on the team, which means that they could have saved almost a whole month, and they could have saved some of their players going into the portal, and they could have possibly saved some of their coaches leaving.
Okay, so when are they going to name the coach? When is they going to name the head coach?
What's the over and under? Do you think it's going to be before or after they finalize the deal for Michigan's head coach? You know that they already have somebody tapped.
I think it'll be before. Michigan's going to give it to that guy that's an offense coordinator.
I know, but they have to wait. Allegedly, they have to wait because of the law in Michigan. They have to wait 6 more days before they actually name him. So it's allegedly it's going to be the coach that basically took over when he was going through.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was figuring. It'd be the offense coordinator.
But I think they also said that Michigan might have some upcoming NCAA violations.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons he left.
So basically, you gonna give the job to a black man, but only to go through the NCAA violations. That's why you're giving it to the black man.
Well, yeah, just remember Barack Obama. Remember, Bush had crashed the country, so they said, "Okay, give it to Barack." The car was crashed, so give it to Barack. Remember? Yeah, I can see it. Give it to him with the because I remember when they gave Barack the presidency, the country was in a mess. Bush had him fighting 2 wars, and everything was crazy. And so after he wrecked it, they said, "Give it to him."
Did South Carolina win or lose tonight?
Okay, wait a minute. It's they're in the 3rd quarter, 5 seconds left. It's LSU 56, South Carolina 52.
Oh, Mr. Ford, what? Are you serious? They have to be cooking the game. They got to be cooking it. How?
Oh yeah, now you know Kim Monkey gonna have them play up there.
They're not better than South Carolina. You think they're better than South Carolina?
No, I don't think. I mean, it's coming down to the 4th quarter. I think LSU got a 4-point lead. You got to remember they at home.
Oh, Sharon Moore is the one with the inner palm wife. Okay, I remember. Okay. Uh-oh. We got another question for you. Mr. Ford, do you think that Alabama State could win with Andrew Body at the helm?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
And they got
this is the year of the Tiger.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jackson State Tiger.
I know, but listen, they got that new offensive coordinator coming. I've seen him before. He's good. Yeah. Now, if they go ahead on and give that program to one of them guys at Florida A&M, we're going to have a dogfight in the East. You're going to have Jackson, you're going to have FAM, you're going to have Alabama State. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight in the East.
I think FAMU has an upward hill battle, even with a coach. If they don't name that coach in the next couple of days, because they only have to the 31st to enter into the transfer portal, it's looking kind of shaky for Florida A&M for a repeat. And plus, you don't have. Let's keep it a buck. What do you think won those games? Was it the offensive mind of Willie Simmons or the defense?
It was both. It was a combination. But the team was defensively led. And they had good special teams.
So my question is, because Coach Simmons was the quarterback coach, play calling, and the head coach.
And the play designer.
Are you able to replace that?
I don't think you can do it with one person. You know, you're going to have to split those duties.
I definitely do not think the Celebration Bowl will be North Carolina Central versus Alabama State. I'm trying to figure out, why do folks think North Carolina Central is going to be in any type of running? They don't even have their quarterback anymore. And they've lost a lot of players. I think out of MEAC, everybody called me a hater when I said North Carolina Central wasn't going to repeat. But I called it preseason. I said North Carolina Central is going to be similar to South Carolina State, where they're not going to make it out of their division. I didn't say it with disrespect, and I wasn't hating. That's just the Celebration Bowl's already set. I think he means the OBC, the Orange Blossom Classic.
Yeah, that's what he means. Yeah, he means the OBC. Well, I'm gonna say it like this now. I picked North Carolina Central to repeat, but I was ignorant to how strong Howard was. I didn't know Howard was like that. The first time I realized that I was kind of wrong about Howard was I watched them play Hampton at Audi Field this year, and I was like, oh, they're better than what I think. And then that whooping they put on Central, I was like, whoa, man.
I mean,
because now personally, Howard could get better. Huh?
I said they made it a point to put up 50.
Oh, they did, and they did it with power.
Dog walked them.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. If they can go out and get that magical transfer portal quarterback, I think Howard can do some damage now. Howard can do some things. They can do some things.
Why you didn't think they played Eastern Michigan hard in Michigan?
Oh yeah, and they played Northwestern hard.
They beat Robert Morris. They only lost to Northwestern by 3. They got dog walked by Harvard. But I felt like once they got to the MEAC, I felt like that there was going to be some straightening. It's not a league winner. And going into next year, it'll be interesting to see if Norfolk State can come up.
Yeah, they got to. If he's going to keep his job, they got to come up. He's got to produce this year. If he's going to keep that job, he's got to produce. Supposedly, a FAMU transfer is going to be the starting quarterback, isn't it?
FAMU starting quarterback? Who?
Musa? He was a transfer from FAMU. He's at Norfolk now. He played last year. I think he was from Jacksonville or somewhere. He's going to be the starting quarterback.
Maritovich is still there, so I don't know who that could possibly
No. This is at Norfolk State. I'm saying the starting quarterback at Norfolk State.
Oh,
He started his career at Florida A&M.
Oh, okay. But he must not have been that good then, huh?
Well, he started, I think, the last 3 or 4 games. I think he did pretty good.
I'm trying to figure out who this is. Norfolk State quarterback from FAMU? What year was this?
He said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, he's a dual threat kid. Was out of his uncle played with Willie Simmons at Clemson. I want to say his last name was Sapp. Was it Sapp? See if there's a quarterback at Norfolk State. Last name is Sapp. He's from Jacksonville, Florida.
Musa didn't start for FAMU his first year. He shared the start.
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look
but
that one up.
This kid is named Sapp. His last name is Sapp. He's from Jacksonville, and this was his first year at Norfolk State.
I'm gonna look it up.
He's at Norfolk State. Yeah.
He would have been on the 2022 roster, and by position, go. I'm thinking that it was let's see what quarterback that was. So there's Cameron Sapp.
That's him, Cameron Sapp. That's him. He's from Jacksonville. He's going to be the starting quarterback for Norfolk State next year. They come here to play FAM 0 week in August. They're going to meet FAMU at Georgia State Stadium for the MEAC versus Swac championship.
What are you? Oh, Lord. Cameron Sapp. Okay, it looks like he's a red shirt. He was a red shirt freshman and a red shirt sophomore. Y'all come on in the stream yard with some act right. I'll get Brother Bakari up in here. Okay, I got it, Mr. Jones. Thank you. Cameron Sapp. Okay, I see him. It says that.
Yeah, that's him.
Let's look at his season. He didn't really do too much in 2022. He barely played, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, he barely played, but he left FAM and went to Norfolk State. He played 1 year with him last year. Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me? Oh, shoot.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear both.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Lord, this stuff kind of
what's
janky.
up?
I got all these extra lights and cameras and all this extra stuff going on. And yeah, overload. It's all on you, Mr. Ford.
Well, okay. What was the top? What was it? Tell me what we're talking about now.
Grambling must have cut my stuff off.
No. Grambling didn't do that.
They said you shouldn't have been talking. Lord.
Grambling gave her a C and D.
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
Oh, nothing else. Just shoot. I was out today. I've been resting all day,
Lord have
sleep
mercy.
most of the day. So I've been lazy.
Hey, so Doc, so I
It's,
heard Southern hired Mark Fredericks as their offense coordinator.
I haven't heard anything about that. I just heard about the last day David Marsh going over to A&T from
Yeah, I heard
Texas.
that too.
Uh,
Lord.
um, the talks of Morehouse trying to hire Hugh Jackson, and then
Well, I thought that was that. Oh, so that's not final.
I don't know what's going on. They haven't said anything about it yet, but
I
if
think it's a good move.
I mean, yeah, it's a good move. I think they don't hire him. Shoot, they really, really don't care about athletics.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like I just told Mr. Mona, if Howard can have an outstanding team, Hampton can have an outstanding team. Listen, Morehouse can have one too. Now, here's the thing: if Hugh can use that transfer portal right, he can have a Swac looking team at Morehouse.
I
I'm
think he
telling you,
can.
I think he can too. Because I keep telling y'all, I saw that Benedict, those last two Benedict teams, those teams would have beaten up some SWAC and MEAC teams now.
Right.
Them last two teams at Chennisbury, especially that, not the one he just had, but the one before, that
Hmm.
was a special team, man. That was a dominant looking SWAC kind of team.
Yeah. I like the hire that they got today. Ron Dickerson Jr.
Oh yeah, I knew his dad. Yeah, I remember his dad.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
about to say. I know the name sounds familiar, and then
yeah, yeah. His
and
dad was at Alabama State, was at Temple.
Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, was that? I think wasn't he at Arkansas or Clemson somewhere?
I think where the
With
son with the
Remember Roy
Arkansas.
Hartsfield? Was it Roy Hartsfield?
The son with the Arkansas.
Right. I'm saying I think that when his daddy was at Arkansas, wasn't Roy Hartsfield the coach?
Uh,
I thought it was a guy named Roy Hartsfield because I think he left and went to Clemson or somewhere, didn't he?
let me see. Let's see, because I kind of did a um. Nah, he was never at his daddy was never at Arkansas.
Okay, was he at Clemson?
Let's see.
I know he was at Temple because he was the head coach.
No, he was not at. Yeah, he was at Clemson as a defense coordinator back in
Yeah, who was the head
91,
coach at that
92.
time? Wasn't it Roy Hartsfield?
That season.
Yeah, who was the head coach?
That season was it wasn't Tommy West.
Or Ken Hatfield?
Ken
When Ken?
Hatfield.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Ken Hatfield. Yeah, I
No, no,
remember him.
no, no, no. I take that back. It wasn't Ken Hatfield. It
It was,
was no. You're right. You're right. It was Ken Hatfield.
yeah, because I know. And then his daddy got the job at Temple. He was the head
Right.
coach at Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Ken. He was there with Ken Hatfield. Then he left.
Hey, South Carolina just took the lead on LSU, man. It's 63-61 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left.
They better blow them out. I don't even know what that was.
No, I don't think they can blow them out now. They in LSU now.
Oh, they're at LSU?
They're at LSU, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Didn't Iowa get upset?
I thought I heard something.
Child. Let me let myself up on this other one.
I just thought that Terrence Gray could have done better. To me, that guy, I like Mark. Mark is a running back recruiting coordinator, run game coordinator, but he's not an offense coordinator.
Hmm.
If you were gonna go that route, you could have kept Totten. You said you wanted to be better than Totten. Mark is not better than Totten.
Okay. Oh shoot. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Got it. There we go. Let me take this one. Can you hear me now?
You got a reverb.
Okay, what about now?
That's better.
Huh?
That's better.
Okay, cool. I had to get on my phone. Y'all, I have all these technical difficulties trying to be all like extra with cameras and lighting, and it's just a lot. Dang, Morehouse is brutal. They fired their own alum coach after one season. So if they fired their own alum, I mean, going 1-9 is pretty embarrassing. What did North Carolina A&T go?
1-10.
Yeah, 1-10.
But they started
And
him late, so I'm glad they gave him another year, even though they wanted him to be gone.
they might. Hey, they might repeat.
Oh, 1-10? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
they might
wanted to talk
repeat.
about. What did you think about these SWAC schedules? Let me pull them up real quick.
I thought it was great.
Usually me and Doc would I don't remember them releasing the schedule this early, but usually right
I
around
think
this
it's good.
time we would
I
start
liked it.
doing the
I liked it.
breakdowns of the SWAC schedules.
Yeah,
It's
I
about
liked it.
it's about right.
I think that FAMU's gonna lose at home for the first time in however many games. It's a
Yeah,
strong
that's schedule.
possibility that they could lose to South Carolina State, right?
Yeah,
No?
that schedule is
Yeah.
nasty.
Yes. Yes.
They have a very
Yes.
different schedule from last year. Like,
Well, they took all them D2s off, right?
yeah, and Jackson State, we wanted to kind of like, we looked at how FAMU, played high school and D2 and how successful they were to getting to the Celebration Bowl. So we said, why not? Why not add Lane College on there? Everybody else is playing Lane. Why don't we do the same? We needed a home
Listen,
game for
LSU
our for
just
our
took the lead back,
fans.
y'all. It's 67-65 LSU.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
Well, that Lincoln, was that a high school or what was that? What
Lincoln
was
is
Lincoln?
Lincoln is
NAIA, right?
no, they not even
NAIA?
they not even registered.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they're high school?
They
They're
the
like
big
IMG or some academy or something?
no, AMG got better players.
Oh wow.
What about
Um,
that Virginia Lynchburg? Is that NAIA? What is that?
nope. They not affiliated with the NCAA or NAIA either.
Okay. Oh,
So I feel like our D2 games, they're kind of like, even though we don't really have no money to give away to anybody, they're money games for the D2 schools, right? So that's why they're
yeah, we
scheduled.
always love when FAMU would play Albany State, Fort Valley, Tuskegee. We love that.
I mean,
We love that.
FAMU lost to Albany State in basketball this year.
Oh,
Earlier in
they
the year,
pitiful then.
FAMU.
Oh, that's pitiful.
You
So
didn't
I
know
know
that
that
they
guy's
lost to
gone.
Albany State?
No, I did not. Listen, he's definitely gone. No, I didn't know that. Man, that's terrible.
Virginia Lynchburg is Christian League.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Virginia Lynchburg is you pay that school money, he gonna pocket it for himself.
Oh, North Carolina Central played them too. That's why I kept saying that. Anyway, let's get off of the strength of schedule. But games to watch. So let's start with Alabama A&M, which I'm surprised that and I'm see this is the type of AD that you want is one that's going to give you numerous chances to build your team. So,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on, before you do that, Timona,
yeah.
I got Alabama A&M schedule. They first 5 games. Can you hear me?
FAMU, Jackson State, Bethune. Are you
Yeah,
talking about?
just their conference games.
Oh, okay, okay.
So their first game is going to be in Auburn.
Auburn?
Auburn, yes, like the Auburn Tigers. Like, yes, like Alabama's
Like
arch
Bo
enemy.
Jackson and Cam Newton.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would they schedule? I don't like when they do that now. That's not right. You scheduling him, you setting him up for failure. Like he said, I don't get paid to win SWAC games. I don't get paid to win anything outside of SWAC games. Because why
Then
would you schedule him for Auburn? That's an
and then
automatic loss.
and then the second game. The second game is against Kentucky State.
Okay, so that's a win. A
Yeah,
win
that's a
is a
big two.
win. A win is a win.
Uh, Third game of the season is against Fayetteville State.
That's another win. A win is a win.
Nah, nope. I can't give him that win.
You can't give him a win against Fayetteville State.
Fayetteville State is stingy on defense. They don't like nobody scoring no more than 14 points on them.
Mm.
Um, and then they go to Austin P, which is a loss. And this is the first 4 games right here before they even hit going to Tallahassee. So they
All
got
I know is he's playing for his job this year. If
his job.
Maynard doesn't win this year, he's out.
He
If he
playing for his
doesn't
job
win, what? You have to say what he has to
If he
win.
doesn't win in the SWAC, he's got to have a winning season in the SWAC.
because look, he ain't won against FAMU. He ain't won against Jackson State in the
He can
last 3
draw first
years.
blood against. I think if he beats Alabama State, and FAMU, he keeps his job.
No, guys,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
he
If,
gotta
if, if
win.
he can win that Magic City Classic, and if he can beat Fam, yeah, you're right.
But he got to beat
Yeah.
Jackson too.
Why you gotta
Oh
be? No, he ain't
no.
gotta beat Jackson.
Cause he has not won against Jackson since the spring season. That's what I'm saying. Like it's 3 games. We won the last 3 games by a total like 15 points.
Well, Doc, you might have a point there, but I know he's got to beat Alabama State one, and he's definitely got to beat Fam.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he's got to have a winning season in the SWAC.
Me and another guy, he's an Alabama State alum. We was trying to figure out what after which game Maynard gets fired.
Why would they fire him? You might as well let him run it out. You should
Nah,
fire him this year if you're gonna do that.
nah,
Okay, so I'm counting. Let me count how many wins I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count 6 wins. I think
That's
they
in the
can.
SWAC. He's
Oh
gonna
no,
win 5 in the SWAC.
He can beat Kentucky State, Fayetteville State. If he loses to
No,
Fayetteville
that
State,
don't
they
count.
might
We're
fire
talking about
him.
SWAC schedule.
Okay, so I feel like they
No,
can
Mr.
upset
Bone.
Florida A&M at home. Because you remember,
Okay, but
Florida
I'm
A&M
asking you,
got
how
played by
many
him, and
games
I want
are
to
you
say,
saying he's gonna win? How many games will he win in the SWAC?
okay, in the SWAC, one,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, Bethune looking kind of good on Alabama State. Southern. I think they can beat Southern, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Valley.
he has problems with Valley.
Huh?
He has problems with Valley.
Only Valley? What about UAPB?
The last time, so last season they did. Pine Bluff jumped out on them early, and the quarterback got hurt for Pine Bluff, so it kind of just they kind of just went along with it, and they kind of ran up the score.
Damn, they lost to Southern last year.
Mm-hmm.
So they won against Arkansas Pine Bluff. That Grambling game, they got their ass whooped, but a lot of folks left from Grambling. And they're in a rebuild. And Mickey Joseph said he's doing 80. I want to say he said 80, and now he's brought it down to 75%. But the amount of high school students that he said that he was recruiting, you're not going to be able to win your first season with a whole bunch of high schoolers. It's not feasible. Not in this day and age. They got dog walked by Alabama State, and Alabama State wasn't even. But didn't you say, Mr. Ford, they fired the whole defensive staff?
Yeah, the new defense coordinator is the guy who was at South Carolina State last year.
That's not saying much. No.
And I don't know who they've hired since then.
Can somebody explain to EA that FAMU will be good lucky if they go 7-4?
I look at the schedule; they probably go 5-7.
Are you serious? I'll give them 7-4, just like they had.
I ain't giving no 7-4.
They had a prime exit, so it's similar to that, right? So they should be able to go 7-4.
I ain't giving them 7-4.
They got Norfolk versus. They have 2 MEAC games back to back, right? So they have Norfolk,
right? That's right.
Versus in Atlanta.
That's here in Atlanta, right?
Challenge. So then, at that point, if you are getting ready to play Florida A&M, by that point, it's going to be kind of like Jackson State versus South Carolina State. You're going to know every mistake they make, what you need to hone in on. Is their offensive line right? Is there some weakness on the left or right side or up the middle? You're going to know what the weakness is. Are they run heavy? So then they play South Carolina State in Tallahassee, and that's the one that I feel like they could possibly upset them. You know, fam, you've been undefeated for a long. I think the last time they lost was what, to Jackson State, maybe?
Yeah, Jackson or maybe South Carolina State or somebody, or Howard.
Then they have 2.
Remember that boy, Caleb Newton?
Yeah.
Remember Caleb Newton? Didn't he come down there and beat him in Bragg?
With Howard? I thought Caleb Newton played for
Howard. Remember Caleb Newton? He was Cam Newton's younger brother.
73-70, South Carolina. So folks think that they're going to lose, but this is the thing. FAMU's schedule this year is like polar opposite for this past season. They have to play University of Miami and Troy.
Right.
And so that's the reason why I said that Alabama A&M could possibly beat FAMU. I don't know if FAMU going to take 2 losses at home, though. Which is they play Alabama A&M in Tally as well. Then they got to go play Alabama State. I want to say that's their homecoming, ain't it, Doc?
Yes.
Alabama State.
They got Texas Southern, then. Wait a minute.
No.
You said FAMU has who?
Alabama State scheduled.
Oh, yeah.
That's their
and I heard Blue and them being critical. Listen, Blue and them was being critical. I think that's great that 2 big-time teams are playing for homecoming. That's the way it used to be in the 60s and the 70s. They were saying that they didn't think that was a good move for Alabama State to have FAMU for homecoming. I think it's a great move. And I hope I can be there. I'd love to see that game.
I think it was one of those situations where Coach Eddie Robinson is not scared of, the get back, right? So
yeah,
for a second there, Alabama State had a chance in Tally. They was playing hard. And
Hey,
so,
South Carolina just beat LSU.
ooh, thank God.
It's 76-70.
Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good, so good.
Man, what you know about that? That's back in my day. That's was that
That's
Neil
Boston
Young?
Red Sox.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun.
was that Neil Young? Who made that song? Sweet Caroline.
I don't know. They sing it in North Carolina.
Yeah, I think that was wasn't that Neil? That's from the 70s.
I think that's
You were
Neil.
born in the
Is that
70s?
Neil?
Hell no, I wasn't born in the
That's what
70s.
I'm saying. I
I was
remember that
born in
from
the
that. Wait a
70s.
minute, that's Neil
That's
Young,
Neil
isn't it?
Diamond.
Neil
Neil
Diamond. That's right, Neil Diamond. I remember that from way back.
It's an anthem. And
Yeah, you're right. It's in there. Now, didn't Bobby Womack remake that?
That's a Boston Red Sox staple.
Yeah, listen, didn't Bobby Womack remake that? Didn't he have a version of that?
Probably so. Is that
I
the black
think he
person?
did. Yeah, I'd have to look
Yeah,
it
I
up. I
see
think
it. In 1972, Bobby Womack.
he did Sweet Caroline, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm singing the white people version. Sweet.
Yeah, I remember the white people's version too.
Bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good.
Oh yeah, that guy Neil Diamond was big, man, in the 70s, man. Y'all don't remember there was a girl named Pat Benatar and there was another girl. She was big. She's sickly now. She used to sing with one of the Neville's brothers. I know I'm probably ahead of y'all. Oh, I can't think of, was it Melissa? Wait a minute. Oh, I can't think
Well,
of it.
I'm so glad that we scheduled UAPB. I don't know what to do.
Okay, y'all got them at home?
For homecoming.
Yep. Homecoming. November the 2nd.
I just think that's a big that game that Florida A&M and Alabama State game for Alabama State's homecoming. Man, that's a biggie.
Well, you have to think about it. So Alabama State's schedule, they have a lot of big games, right? I want to say.
Yeah, they do. They got y'all coming in.
They have us. So that's kind of like a mini homecoming whenever.
Yeah, that's gonna be big.
And then it's gonna be big because y'all beat us. So for us, that's gonna be a homecoming. So that's 2 big games. They have Alabama State's got a nice little schedule. So they play North Carolina Central. What do you think the attendance is going to be like?
I'm going to be shocked if they get over 25,000. Miami belongs to Florida A&M. You said Central. The MEAC schools are not going to bring a crowd at all. I just don't see that being no big crowd. I think it'll be a good game, but not a big crowd.
It'll be a nice game down in Miami.
Yeah, it'll be a battle.
Nice.
That's Eddie Robinson against what's that guy's name?
Nice gowns.
What's that guy's name? At Central, what's his name?
Trey
Oliver.
Trey Oliver. That's gonna be a battle. That will be a battle.
So for Jackson State, I think it was time. I mean, how many years are you gonna go to Miami on?
Oh, I think that's gonna be big when FAMU come to Jackson this year. I think that's gonna be big.
I don't know. Those FAMU folks act like they don't want to travel to Jackson.
They'll be out there.
They ain't no but
especially
a 5-hour drive for them. They better.
If A&M is winning, them people will be there. You don't have to worry.
If A&M is not winning, they need to be there.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Does Jackson have enough hotels for Rattler fans? Is this man serious? You'll be staying
now the thing is the 100 coming?
Glowwood, Pearl, huh?
Is the 100 coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the 100's coming, they'll be there.
There's so much right now that goes into that, right? So because that's a part of the auxiliary, the AD budget. They need a I think they used to have like a nonprofit to raise money specifically to go to these types of games. Mr. Carey says they got more excuses than a ninja going to jail. That band don't travel. But let me see. Okay, so Alabama State plays Miles College. Didn't they lose to them last year?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They
they lost to
got
Mouse
caught
College.
slipping
Yeah,
Then they play Samford.
yeah.
in
That's a
Birmingham.
nice game. Then they play
Sanford's got a good
Bethune-Cookman.
program. They out of the Southern Conference.
They play Bethune-Cookman in
That
Daytona
guy's
Beach.
from
They play Bethune-Cookman in Daytona Beach, Florida.
they got a good home schedule. Bethune-Cookman, they got some big time people coming to them.
Mm-hmm.
Then
They had the nerve to put us on their schedule for homecoming.
dang, how they get 2 in a row?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got some big time people coming.
They get Valley and Florida A&M at home. Then they got the McDonald's Magic City Classic in Birmingham. They got the Port City Classic with Alcorn.
In Mobile.
Yep. And then they have Grambling in Louisiana, Jackson State in Montgomery, and then Prairie View in Montgomery. And Tuskegee. They got, how many home games do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 home games.
Yeah, because remember they had to offset it because you have 2 neutral site games with the OBC and the Magic City Classic. So it's the offset. And plus that Tuskegee game is always going to be in Montgomery.
Let's look at Jackson State. Lord. We got that ULM game. They just got a new coach, but they was recruiting pretty good. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. They said that the rooms in Tallahassee are like Best Westerns, and they charge like $300 a night. Is that true?
Yeah, close to it.
Listen, all of them price gouge. Anytime you got college and pro teams, the people are gonna price gouge. That's all across this country. All of them do.
Yeah, if you caught Jackson State still has pretty good pricing for a lot of hotels, like under $150 a night. I want to say which ones did I do? I did Southern. They didn't block it off yet. So if you guys can go to the website and go ahead and, Dr. D says $500 for La Quinta Inn and Tally. They need to stop it.
Yeah. If it's a FAMU game or Florida State game, yeah, they gonna get you.
Wow, that's crazy. Lord. I think we can win against Lane College, so that's a win. Of course, we're gonna beat Sutton. They ain't. So that's a win. Of course, we're gonna beat Grambling. That's a win.
That'll be a hard game. That'll be a tough game right there, though.
Grambling?
Grambling? Yeah, playing them in the hole. Last time we played Grambling in the hole, it was a 2-point victory for Jackson State. Aubrey had it was a goal line stance. Aubrey came up with the tackle and punched the ball out of the running back's hand and picked the fumble up for the recovery in the game.
Mr. Ford, we want to hear from you. I don't know what happened to Mr. Ford. Okay, Texas Southern.
In Houston.
A win. A win is a win. A win is a win. Alabama A&M, win. Florida A&M, win. Bethune-Cookman.
Why you scratch it? Don't act like I ain't see that.
Bethune-Cookman.
I'm
Hell Wildcats. Listen, I'm Hell Wildcats when we are not playing Bethune. I'm just gonna skip over that one for right now. Okay.
For they home, it's their homecoming.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip over Bethune for a minute. I might. Okay, Daytona Beach. I thought they was gonna do it in Jacksonville, but I guess not. You said that's their homecoming.
That's their homecoming.
Our homecoming UAPB win. Valley win. How many East games is that we win? 1, 2,
5.
That's only 2. Florida A&M is an East game. Valley is an East game. Alabama State
is the East. You forgot Pine Bluff is the East. Bethune-Cookman is the East.
I didn't want to talk about those. Okay. I don't want to talk about that. Alcorn win.
It's kind of hard.
I'm just waiting on them to announce that Fred McNair is on Jackson State staff. That's a checkmate. So right now, Mr. Ford, in my head right now, there's only a couple games I'm looking at with a side eye, and those are Alabama State home. Alabama State, we have to play in Montgomery, Alabama, and Bethune-Cookman. Both of which are East games.
Gonna have to add Alcorn because that's down at
all
the
that stuff
reservation
y'all got
too.
coming back. Huh?
What's up?
Bethune been recruiting.
The Swac shit belong to Jackson.
Bethune play so we do have our special teams coach, right? We're getting ready to get a new offensive line coach. Our offensive line recruits, and then the fact that we bought back and we pray that Evan Henry stays. Our O-line is great. We got Jacobian Morgan, Ethan Terrell, Zy McDonald. I don't know if Philip Short is coming back, but Philip Short. But the Bethune-Cookman, which this is Coach Woody's second year. He's on demon time with his recruiting. He bought in a whole bunch of transfer portal kids this year. I didn't even really see that many high school. I saw grad. It says Bethune won't prevail. Bethune gonna knock the snail skins off of FAMU.
Let's see.
I'm trying to figure out a song that I can sing about faith in our team. Faith, 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 just a little bit of faith. Mr. Moore, I already told Mr. Ford about Grambling. Dear Grambling, we love you. Don't send me a cease and desist. Don't do that. We love you, dear. We're loyal to thee. I like that song. So the team that I feel like is gonna have a breakout year is who you think, Doc?
In the Swac?
Yeah.
A team that might have a breakout year in the Swac. It gotta be not Pine Bluff, but Bama State.
Bama State.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my breakout for the season. I think they're gonna knock heads loose. And I just hope ours isn't one of them.
Lord.
So yeah, that's the only.
I got Pine Bluff schedule.
Would you? I want to know what it is with Pine Bluff. Like, is it the recruiting? What is it that keeps them from being a powerhouse? Because they have really nice facilities.
What
is
trying to? Well, the thing is that because they are part of the University of Arkansas system, it's kind of hard to recruit against the main hub, which is University of Arkansas, and you have other schools within probably like a 2-hour radius. So you got Central Arkansas over in Conway, you got Southern Arkansas, you have
Colton Adams is gone from
he's into the draft.
The NFL draft?
Yep.
He declared?
He declared this morning.
When? Why? Why would he do that?
He
is he getting invited to a bowl game? Like, if you're going to, okay.
Oh, he's going to be at the Legacy Bowl.
Oh, okay. Well, then when did he get that invite? You know who did that? And I was like, why would you do that? You remember that running back from Grambling?
Oh, Maurice Washington.
Right. What happened to him?
Oh, sure. He fell off.
Okay, but what happened? He decided randomly to just declare for the draft.
I think people gave him bad intel, though.
Oh, God. See, like this. Out the gate, they got to play Arkansas.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Yep. And they're not even playing them in Fayetteville. They're playing them in Little Rock.
Then they play Arkansas Baptist. That should be a win, right?
Yeah, that's Arkansas Baptist is an NAIA school in Little Rock.
Okay. Then they play TSU again in the Southern Heritage Classic.
Ooh. And Tennessee State just got a new offensive coordinator.
Then we got Central Arkansas. They play a lot of Arkansas teams.
Yeah, they want to focus on the Arkansas region.
Then Alcorn State, Prairie View, Grambling, Valley, Jackson State, Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M's coming to them. Texas Southern is coming to them. So they 1, 2, 3. 4,
yeah, so they got 6 home games because remember,
they got 6 home games.
Yeah, they got 6 home games because remember, Tennessee State is a neutral site game, and the Arkansas game really is a neutral site game since they're playing them in Little Rock.
Oh, it says Grambling transfer running back ended up at Power 5 school. I think I was talking about the one from last year. I see JSU going 6-5. Don't mind him. He's one of the very few Howard alums that actually went to the Celebration Bowl, and they got dog walked. So, and Howard was 6-6, so 6-5 is like the ceiling for Howard. TC needs to be more aggressive with play calling this year. Okay. What do you
Oh,
think about that?
what you talking about? I'm full of crap.
Who said
Ass
that?
talk about I'm full of crap. What did I do? What did I say? Hey, I got opinions.
Opinion.
Opinions.
Opinion. Right.
That's,
See, this is the thing, everybody. Let me make this public service announcement. MEAC teams like Mr. Haynes' team and Dr. D's team, 6 and 5 for them is a great year because they usually lose all of their out of conference games, and then they flip flop around with the in conference schedule. So 6 and 5 for them, they'd be hyped as heck.
oh,
Hence why
Brandon
last
said
year,
my bad. Brandon said we would lose the Alcorn. I said no. I said we're not losing the Alcorn. I said it's tough to play Alcorn at the reservation. That does not mean that we lose to them.
we can't lose to Alcorn again. Okay, so Coach T.C. Taylor for his first year, he beat first thing he did was he beat the snot out of South Carolina State. Okay, that was huge. Because South Carolina State embarrassed us the first year that we went to the Celebration Bowl. So that was redemption number one. We lost to Florida A&M. It was like, okay. When we beat Southern in Southern, that was like another big win. Okay.
Yeah, we lost to Florida A&M in the first half.
Yeah. So, and then so for us, the Southern game and the win at the MEAC Swac Challenge, those were huge. So this year, there's a couple of things you have to do. You can't lose homecoming. That's number one.
Nope.
Can't be losing no home games. That's number two. And you need to beat Southern again. And you need to beat Alcorn. And you need to beat Florida A&M while they are like a wounded animal. You know, they're kind of limping, trying to get back right. Oh, dang. And you got to beat Alabama State. So that's 6 things. Can't lose at home. You can't lose at home. You can't lose. Well, if you don't lose at home, obviously you don't lose homecoming. But you can't lose homecoming. You can't lose at home. You can't lose to Southern. Cannot lose to Alcorn. Can't lose to Florida A&M. And you got to beat Alabama State. Anything else then you can do, you can do. So if you lose to ULM, okay, that's fine.
Man, I'm looking at Howard's non-conference schedule. This is crazy.
Who?
Howard's.
So what's Howard going? See, this is the thing, like with MEAC schools, I swear to God, they're like this every time. They're like, oh, our conference, our non-conference doesn't matter. Because it doesn't determine whether or not they're going to go to the Celebration Bowl, so they really don't care about it. Since we're talking about people going 6 and 5, look at Howard. They went 6 and 6 last year. Mr. Ford said, drop the link. There you go, Katie.
So their first game of the season is against Rutgers. It's on FB schedule. So their first game.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, their first game of the season is against Rutgers. And then
they've been playing pretty good, decent, or playing it close.
Yeah. And then their second game is against Morehouse, of course.
So they should lose that to Hugh Jackson. They should lose.
Allegedly. If Hugh there. But then they got, and then of course they got Hampton. Then they have Princeton. And then they do play Tennessee. This is their non-conference.
That's going to be a good game.
Then they play Tennessee
Mr. Ford,
State.
you see that? They played Howard plays Tennessee State.
Yeah, that's
Tennessee State better be ready. I hope they don't underestimate them. Yeah, Tennessee State better be ready. I hope they don't underestimate them.
I think that's gonna be a good game right there.
Yeah,
I think it will too.
I think
that Tennessee State gonna find out that Howard is stronger than what they thinking.
As FAMU knocked the wind out of them, and that's putting it nicely. Knocked the wind out of them. Here we go with sources say. My sources say 99% Hugh Jackson will be at Morehouse. Mr. Ford, we were waiting to hear from you. We're waiting to hear from you.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. You know, I got this bad technology. Okay, so I heard y'all talking about Howard and Tennessee State, and what was the other thing you were talking about?
Who's going to be Howard's quarterback?
Yeah. Now, have y'all heard? Are they going after transfer portal, or are they going from within, or what? What's the word up there? Anybody heard anything?
I ain't heard nothing. But you know what? Howard doesn't really. I mean, not Howard. The MEAC's not really about. Do you guys think the MEAC is a quarterback type of conference? I don't think so.
They've had, through the years, they've had some outstanding quarterbacks now. That kid that just left Central, I liked him now.
Davius Richards?
Yeah, I like that kid. Let's see now. I'm waiting to see that kid at Norfolk, that Sap kid you and I were talking about earlier. I want to see what he's going to do this year. You know, what kind of performances he's going to put on.
Mr. Walker says Tennessee State has the best offensive coordinator in the FCS coming into their program. So he doubts that Howard would be a problem.
Is that game in D.C. or in Nashville?
In
Nashville.
DC.
Okay. So, Doc, who is this team getting ready to join the MEAC that Blue and them talking about?
I don't know, but
let's go ahead and look at some of the possible HBCU D2 teams.
Is it Virginia State or somebody?
It wouldn't make sense to be Morehouse the way these alums are talking.
But that would be a good move for Morehouse if they join that MEAC.
Why would it be good if they don't invest? If they don't invest,
well, they'd have to invest.
That's a good move. If the MEAC goes against Morehouse, that's a move for the MEAC because you get the Atlanta TV market.
That's right. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants that Atlanta market, man. That's 8 million people, and a bunch of them are HBCU graduates.
Well, you know that if Hugh Jackson goes to Morehouse, then you know that the HBCU Plus was backing him at Grambling, so I'm pretty sure he's probably going to bring them and his resources to Morehouse. That would make sense. So that means,
and it's just to say that you want to be known as, not saying just a football school, but just you want to be taken seriously when it comes to athletics. You gotta put up or shut up. You gotta put your money up. They got the money. It's not like they don't have the money, because they do have the money for it.
They got $275 million in their endowment.
Maybe it's Fort Valley State. Maybe they coming from D2. Sean Gibbs said y'all wouldn't give me a chance to become the head coach, but I bet you we move up.
No,
Fayetteville State. Elizabeth City State.
I was thinking Virginia State. Wouldn't it be Virginia State?
Yeah, I would say Virginia State too.
Going to but don't you have to have 2 teams in order to join the MEAC?
No. Well, it's 6, right? They have 6.
They got 6.
Right, so you need 2.
They got 6, I'm saying, playing football, right?
Yeah, they got 6 playing football. You really don't need 2 to go into the MEAC. I mean,
somebody started the rumor that Tennessee State was going to the MEAC, and I was like, that wouldn't be
they're not going nowhere.
Yeah, they're going to stay in that hillbilly conference called the OVC.
Oh, I thought they do when they do. I thought they come 2 at a time. That's what I thought. But okay, so I don't know. I feel like the thing with coming to, if a D2 school does plan on coming to the MEAC, you have to have a really good basketball program. Because MEAC is basketball heavy more so than it is football heavy. Like,
now, I can remember the time when the CIAA basketball was better than the MEAC basketball.
Yeah, I think
MEAC
it
used to
still
be
is,
straight
though.
football. Huh?
but what happened, Mr. Ford?
As you mean as far as MEAC and CIAA?
No, MEAC being football. This is when they had eight teams there.
Yeah. Their basketball has come a long way. But primarily the MEAC was for football teams on the East Coast, black HBCUs on the East Coast. That's what it was for. Because that MEAC was really, it came out of the CIAA. All them schools, they used to be CIAA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see where Virginia State is. I want to say I passed an HBCU.
Isn't that Petersburg or Ettrick or something?
Virginia.
I passed it on the way
yeah.
from when I was driving from Missouri back home, and I went through West Virginia and Virginia. I passed by HBCU.
Yeah, that's Dr. Henry Frazier, and he the head football coach up there.
At Virginia State, yes.
Yeah, Dr. Henry Frazier, and I think at one time Barlow was the coach up there.
Yeah, Reggie Barlow.
Reggie Barlow, yeah.
Oh, the Reggie Barlow that submitted his name to become a FAMU head coach.
Yeah, he was at Virginia State, and he left for either the XFL or the USFL. He left for one of them professional leagues.
So EA says that you have to have 14 sports minimum, 36 to 63 scholarships in football, and 15 full basketball scholarships for men and women. No D2 HBCUs are doing that.
That means they got to fund. They got to put the funding up for it.
Who has the money for that?
Who has the money for it?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, right now, Morehouse. Mr. Ford, what you think about Raheem Morris becoming the head coach?
I was telling them, we shot the people I was talking to today. I can't believe they picked him over Bill Belichick. I thought sure they were going to go with Belichick. But I guess he told them he was going to be the front office. And from then on, they probably was against him because, wherever Bill goes, you got two people. It's Bill and whoever the owner is. That's Belichick football.
Wait, so what is Belichick football?
He's the front office. His mind is the front office. He don't believe in, different people. He believes in himself and the owner. That's all.
And he believes in going cheap.
Yeah.
Ever since Belichick,
he'll use you up 5 or 6 years and then he's through with you.
Ever since Belichick lost Brady, he never was able to get his mojo back.
Yeah.
So I think that
I was shocked though. We had Raheem Morris after they fired the guy that you have.
Belichick's persona does not fit the Falcons.
Yeah, but he's a winner. And he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. That'll fit him.
Is he a winner or is he a winner with a good quarterback?
He's a winner.
He's a winner with a good quarterback.
This guy's what that guy got 6 Super Bowl wins?
With what quarterback?
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Who left who and who got a Super Bowl after?
Plus he got a Super Bowl with the Giants as a defensive coordinator.
He Bill Belichick was winning with Tom Brady. So he's like Nick Saban. It's time to hang it up. I think that Raheem Morris fits.
Listen, he's better than anything we've had in Atlanta.
I love to see the amount of, even though they usually give you a team like when you have to work really hard or when there's some stuff going on, I love to see the amount of Black head coaches, right? We have Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Isn't Antonio Pierce Black?
Yep.
Yeah. And he played for the
South
Giants.
Central.
So
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce, he's named for the Raiders. That's a good look.
That was the right move Mark Davis did.
I was surprised about the New England Patriots.
With Gerard Mayo.
Oh, yeah. You talking about Mayo, yeah.
Yeah, he's a winner. He played under Belichick.
Yeah.
And that, like you said, that was a surprise for them to go that direction.
You know who's the only team that's missing on this page that needs a new head coach?
Who's that?
America's team.
Look here.
To my Dallas.
Don't.
No, they need a new owner. That's what they need. They need a new owner.
They need a new owner. They need a new coach.
Send him on and let his son run it.
Quarterback.
But that's the thing. His son was running it. His son
now?
Yeah. Steven been running it. Jerry stays in the background. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let Cam come to Atlanta. Let Cam Newton come back to Atlanta.
I'll be honest with you. Dak's performance against the Packers was horrible. Horrible. And the crazy thing is he's up for another contract because he only signed his contract for 4 years. He had a hometown discount. And the thing about it is Jerry's not going to pay him $70 million because that is going to be the going rate for the quarterback market. He ain't paying him that money. Now,
if I'm Dak, I walk. If I'm Dak, I walk.
We'll take him because
the Denver Broncos will take him.
We'll take him too.
What's your team?
We can't do nothing but go up.
If that
we'll take him.
It's a few teams that he will go to, and Denver is not one of them.
I don't blame him.
Go to Denver.
He don't want Sean Payton.
Sean Payton is
that crazy.
He already got Russell Wilson. They are tied down to Russell Wilson. He ain't going to Denver.
Russell Wilson is on his way out.
Yeah, I think he's on his way out too.
It's sad to see that the longevity of Black quarterbacks is not as long as longevity for white quarterbacks.
Now, could you go back in the days, and me and Mr. Ford, we could tell you, when Warren Moon was in the league, that man played for a long time, and he also played in the CFL, so he had like 5-6 years in the CFL before he even came into the NFL, and he played for
about 4 or 5 Grey Cups.
Quarterback right now, Geno
for Seattle.
I'm saying who? Period. That's a Black quarterback.
Geno Smith. You got Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Lamar
CJ
Jackson.
and Bryce are young. Lamar is fairly young. Fairly.
Lamar Jackson. You got Dak, Pat Mahomes, Kyler Murray.
Okay, so the Baltimore Ravens, they do have 3 Black quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I was just talking about their longevity.
The longevity?
Yeah, you're not going to see them too many Black quarterbacks make it to Tom Brady age.
It was one. Shoot. Mr. Ford, remember this one?
Who?
Mr. Ford, you still on here?
Yeah.
Remember Vince Evans?
Oh, I remember. Man, I remember Vince Evans was from South Carolina.
Man,
he played for Southern Cal.
That man played like 20 years.
Yeah, about 20 years. He was with the Raiders for years. Yeah, I remember Vince. Vince, like I said, Vince was from South Carolina.
How you doing, Brother Bakari?
I'm good. How about you?
We're just talking about these black quarterbacks.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? I agree with you. They don't have longevity. They can name a couple, but they get in there. They don't get the same opportunities. You can name a few. They do not get the same opportunities. That big fat white boy from Kentucky, he stayed in the league 5 seasons. Don't nobody even remember his name. He died a couple years ago.
Yeah, he sure did. I remember him.
Quarterback.
He came after Tim Couch.
That was the dog right there.
Yeah.
And when Doc mentioned Warren Moon, right? Got to be honest, NFL didn't even want him. He went to the CFL because they didn't even want to give him a chance.
Yep.
He ended up going to Houston.
Yep.
Hey, that guy you talking about was named Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah, that's his name. Then
Jared Lorenzen.
Then he sat on the bench his last year. If you look up, he only need like 1,000 yards to have 70,000 passing yards for his career. And he was on a losing team, and they wouldn't even let him play to get the 70,000 passing yards. It ain't the it is not the same. But what caught my interest, I heard somebody bragging on Tom Brady and somebody bragging on Belichick. Neither one of them get no credit from me. Belichick will get more than Tom Brady. I don't know how people can brag on some. Man, they got caught cheating 4 times, a minimum of 4 times, a minimum. And people still talk about how great he is. If that was a black dude, they would have been crucified in the media. He got Glovegate, Spygate twice, Deflategate. They did the one where they changed the rule, talking about the tuck rule, and people still brag on him and don't see how they just absolutely cheated for them to win. Bill Belichick was on it; they were on their way to win before he got in. He had already went to the Super Bowl once with Drew Bledsoe, and they was about to go back, and Drew Bledsoe got hurt. Tom Brady. I'm one of the people who folk get mad with, right? Wait a minute. I don't give Tom Brady no damn credit. I don't give nobody no credit who got caught. Because if that was a black dude, when no white folks be giving him no credit, they'll be talking about he a cheater. So that's what he is, a cheater. I do them the way they do us. I don't give them no credit. None. What they said on ESPN, well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you just like Bakari said, if Drew Bledsoe did not get hurt in that first game against the Jets, if he would not got his chest caved, literally because that's what happened to him. He got his chest caved in, running out of bounds. There would be no Tom Brady. You wouldn't have 6 Super Bowls. I'm sorry.
Do y'all remember that year they beat the Steelers? Steelers was 15-1, and they beat the Steelers in the AFC Championship game when Steelers had Cordell Stewart.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think I remember.
Okay, do y'all remember? Do y'all remember the interviews after the game? Do y'all remember the interviews after the game?
Oh, that was his.
Not only did they know the Steelers plays, Hines Ward was like, whenever we audible, they knew all of our audibles. How can they get credit? When they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, the Rams said the exact, he said, man, if we audible, they just know our audibles. Whatever we did, they already knew it. That ain't coaching. Anybody can do that. But hey, people gonna still put them on a pedestal. I'm not. I ain't gonna give them no credit, none whatsoever. And I'm glad Raheem Morris got that job over Bill Belichick. I don't care how many Super Bowls he done got. See, he couldn't cheat no more. His golden boy was gone, couldn't cheat, couldn't win. I don't give them no credit, none. Do them like they gonna do me.
Oh, Lord.
Brother
Bakari, did you see the young white guy who got his first job as a coordinator last year with Tampa Bay, got the head coaching job with the Panthers?
Nope, I don't. Nope, because I ain't been. Nope, I'm gonna be honest. Because
franchise. Until you do right by Cam Newton, everything that you have was gonna crumble. Everything that you have.
Cam Newton might not want to be a coach. What about Eric Bieniemy?
Well, he's not gonna.
Eric Bieniemy, a 2-time Super Bowl offense coordinator. Look, it was something Hugh Jackson said at Grambling, but I see Grambling didn't appreciate Hugh Jackson. But go where you are appreciated.
It don't look like Morehouse appreciates him either.
Go where you appreciate it and not tolerate it. We accept anything from them, and I'm not saying nobody should leave their job or nothing like that, because I don't want Joe to come up here trying to get mad with me no more. But anyway, whatever his name is. But anyway, I'm still trying to figure out why black people still accept so much disrespect from these people. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. We accept so much disrespect, man. Okay, look, I know I'm older than y'all. I'm 52, right? Mm-hmm. It's this song about the Ghetto Boys. Actually, it was on that album, the Resurrection CD, called "The Blind Leading the Blind," and I always remember this verse. What he said: "We can't afford to go to school, even though we got the knowledge. Spend our money with their jobs, and they send their kids to college. But here we are, hoes, dope dealers, and bums at the white man table, still begging for crumbs. All you got to do is look at. We still doing the same thing. We still on our knees. Please, master. Please, master. Give me a big. Give me the put some jelly on this.
Who rapped that line? Was it Scarface or was it Willie D?
No, it was the Menace Clan.
The Menace Clan. Okay.
It was the Menace Clan. But that's what we are right now. We still begging. And I'm not saying every enemy should quit his $1 million or $2 million a year job. That's not what I'm saying, Joe, before you come up here. But what I am saying is, how much disrespect? Like, how long did you spend all your money? Did you do the right thing with your money? Because if you did, you can really just walk away. I don't think they understood what Hugh Jackson was saying, but they don't want to see their success has been their proximity to whiteness equal their success. So they don't know how to get away from that. That's all I'm saying. Because if you didn't save you enough money, you got your money. You know what? I can walk away. I see y'all don't want to give me the position that I deserve. Like, I'm a Mike Tomlin fan. Like, I heard you ask somebody what their team is. Who their team? I don't have a team. I pull for the quarterbacks. Pull for black quarterbacks.
Okay, so who are you pulling for between Detroit Lions and the 49ers?
The Lions.
I got the Lions.
That's what I'm pulling for, and I want the Lions to win. And I want
the line is +4 for.
I want the Lions and the Ravens to play in the Super Bowl because I don't like Patrick Mahomes either.
No, that's too much blackness.
And I want James Houston to get him a couple sacks on Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson win the Super Bowl. I'm just being honest. That's how I want it to go. That would be a dream Super Bowl for me, though I probably won't play, but that would be a dream for me right there.
What do you think about Jim Harbaugh going to the Chargers?
Didn't he coach in the NFL already?
Yeah, he's coach for the 49ers.
I could have sworn him and his brother went against each other already.
In the Super Bowl.
That was Ray Lewis last season.
That's his ceiling. Like, he can just go back and forth. You see how he can just go back and forth from the NFL to one of the highest paying coaches. That's his ceiling and his floor. Michigan was his floor, back to the NFL.
Hey, look, they like cats. Even if we would have had a bad season or whatever, I'm telling you, man, they like white folk. They look out for each other. They like cats. They always land on their feet. Lane Kiffin is the dumbest coach I ever seen, I believe. but he gonna keep him a job.
Hey, Bakari, the first coach to get fired on the tarmac. Didn't even get on the plane and got fired from USC.
Who talking about Lane Kiffin?
Yep.
And he left Tennessee in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't want to hear
he put a Baltimore Colts on him.
Yep. Then he become Alabama coordinator.
And then he get
coach at Florida International. Then go to Ole Miss. And I would say Ole Miss hostage because he was talking about Auburn. Auburn had interviewed him where he could get him a raise up to like $7 million. And Ole Miss got that FedEx money. So now he up to like $9 million a year at Ole Miss. one of their players came to Ole Miss on signing day, pulled up in a brand new Lamborghini.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to Jim Harbaugh, I don't think his best coaching was not at Michigan. His best coaching was when he was at Stanford.
They said he was cheating at Michigan too.
But the thing is, they say he was cheating, but he should have won. Now, but to me, I was saying is his best coaching job was at Stanford because of the expectations that they have as far as academics.
Yep, he did a good job at Stanford. That brother that came after him did a good job for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get y'all Swac basketball predictions for this weekend.
Who we got this weekend?
All right, let's see. All right, let's start with men's basketball. This Saturday we have Alabama State versus Prairie View. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Alabama State. They playing some good basketball, but I wouldn't sleep on Prairie View though. I mean, they did just somehow beat us at home.
They beat us. No, we beat ourselves. Come on now.
How many free throws we missed that game?
That was terrible.
I know at one point we was down by 6 points and had missed 9 free throws.
Yeah, that was the game right there, the free throws, which is uncharacteristic.
So we was down 6 points, missed 9 free throws, which would have been a +3 advantage on the score.
One thing I've noticed is that in SWAC games, or just maybe it's just HBCU games in general, it's hard for us to be able to kind of like cook the game so that it's close to like in Vegas they have like lines and stuff like that. So basically the last Jackson State game we were up by like 20 points and it just looked like we just let them score. And they ended up, I think we won by 6. The line was 5.5. It's a little harder for SWAC refs to cook the games to get close to Vegas lines.
And this game is at Prairie View too, so they're playing in the Baby Dome. I don't know. I might get Prairie View the edge, but I do like Alabama State what they doing as far as ball playing.
Alabama A&M versus Texas Southern. I thought Texas Southern played. I thought they would play. I'm going with Texas Southern.
I'm gonna go with Texas Southern because I like when they do their full court press. They gave us fits.
Oh my God!
With full court press down towards the end of the game. Like, I think they probably need to do that a little bit more. They play man to man, and then they jump into a zone to try to minimize their size. So,
Texas Southern. I think I'd take Texas Southern.
Mm-hmm. Alcorn versus FAMU.
The battle of the bottom.
What they playing at? You said the battle of the worst. What you say, Brother Bakari?
Battle of the bottom. The battle of the bottom.
What it is though?
What they playing at? What they playing at?
In FAMU.
Oh Lord,
I'm gonna take FAMU. They playing at FAMU. I'm taking FAMU.
I'm taking Alcorn.
They playing at FAMU. And before you say Valley, whoever Valley playing, just take the other team.
The battle of the bottom. That was wrong. Okay. Now. Jackson State versus Bethune. The men
Daytona.
Jackson State.
The women play it 2,
win.
the men play it 4. Now, but on the women's side, Bethune women's they kind of good. They kind of good. Bethune-Cookman, they play pretty tight. So
they might play Jackson State under 20. They'll play Jackson State within 15.
Oh, so you think we're gonna win by 15?
At a minimum, 15.
Bethune, okay. I felt like it would be a little bit, Okay, let's see who's next. Okay, so you said we don't even have to talk about it. Valley versus Grambling.
Valley versus me and you. Take us. Valley men, they versus me and you. Take us, man. I don't know. Look, I watched Valley play a couple games. I literally have no idea how that coach got a job. I really don't.
Wow.
I'm like, they didn't run a play the whole game. They were literally just playing pickup ball. He just sitting over there watching. He stood up a couple times. He said something. But I'm like, man, I called my brother. I'm like, look at this. He said, who? I said, this Valley, White Valley. My brother like, man, they look like they just playing. They like they playing at the school. I'm like, yeah, like we out there just playing. That's what they look like. I'm like, so what the hell?
They was playing blacktop basketball.
Yes.
Hey, Bakar, you said Valley versus me and you. Just put me in the post. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good for about 5 rebounds.
Man, I'm telling you, Valley.
6 points.
Now, see, that's the real. I don't know. Valley is the real, but man, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to Valley. Man, Valley is. I have no idea, man. Look, I look at Valley. I be like, they should be Division 2. Valley basketball, men basketball couldn't win at Division 2. They couldn't win at Division 2. Man, that coach just over there, man. I got a job. I'm getting a check. I'm cool. It seemed like that's where he. Think about it. Lindsey Hunter used to coach Valley. Guess what his record was at Valley? Take a guess his career record at Valley. Take a guess.
Abysmal.
25-13.
7-74.
Abysmal. They had shown.
I feel sorry for Valley because Valley right up the street, down the block, up the road for me. I like Valley, but man, I don't know what the hell they doing. That me in basketball, I have no idea.
Oh, they have
It's some high school. It's some high school.
They have nice facilities.
Man, it don't make a difference what Valley. I like Valley football coach, that basketball coach. I'm telling you, they just happy they got a job. Like, I'm just gonna ride this job out till they go ahead and fire me. I ain't gonna win no game. That's basically what he's doing. I ain't gonna win no games. Probably ain't trying to win.
Valley's football coach is not like that. Kendrick Wade.
No, he's not like that. I like him, but not that damn. You can say Walker's at YMCA basketball. Yes, that's what Valley. I'm like, what the hell is Valley doing? Man, they got this one guy. He like 16. He got an offensive rebound. He gave a head fake. The center, they were playing Gonzaga. The center went for the head fake. Instead of him shooting the layup, he dribbled out and shoot a fall away 3 from the corner. I'm like, the coach just sitting there looking like this is what they supposed to do.
So he do a head fake and then bounce out to the 3-point line for boy. That's no fun. That man, you in the paint head fake. The dude gonna jump up and under in for the layup. Come on now, that's easy work.
And I know you need players. I know you need some players. But if you watch Valley, if like I don't, they might be in change. Like I said, I watched them play twice. There could have been in 2 games. The coach could have been sick or something over there. I don't know. He might have had the flu. I don't know. And he just sitting over there not paying attention. But but if you watch, you can really tell, like, damn, man, this coach ain't into the game. Y'all ever seen that movie? What was it? Teen Wolf. Y'all ever heard that movie, Teen Wolf?
I remember it.
Okay, you remember before the guy turned into the wolf, you remember how the basketball coach was go out there like, I know I'm going to lose. He's sitting on the side, sitting over there eating boiled eggs, don't call timeout, don't do nothing. Remember that? That's Valley coach.
Brother Bakari, what did you think about the bowling situation at FAMU?
You know what, I heard about it, but I ain't looking into it. But one of the I was reading somewhere one of the players on the bowling team said the stuff that's being put out is not true. I didn't even read the whole thing, but that's what one of the players or the participants, I don't even know if they call players when you bowl, but that's what one of the players, participants, whatever, of FAMU bowling team said. Matter of fact, I think I say that article. Let me see.
So you're talking about when she said that they were sending out nasty emails and that they were not telling the whole truth? That's
what that's what one of the people on FAMU team said.
So my question is this about respect. Can you kind of highlight kids nowadays and their level of respect to authority?
Seems like most of them don't have respect for nothing. They don't think they have to have respect. You talking about the youth. I'm gonna tell you that's something that's been plaguing our neighbor. That's something that's been plaguing us for a long time. They like to tell you, you done got old, you don't know what's going on, as if you ain't living. You done got old, you don't know what's going on. That's
either you're too old and you don't know what you're doing, or you're too young and you don't have enough experience.
Yeah, but get what? Yep, that's exactly. So, I don't argue with them. I talk to them, but they like to tell. But you know who they don't ever tell they too old? You ever notice them same ones that'll tell us we too old and ain't got no respect? But it's a person with some silver hair and they white and they got a gavel in their hand. They don't never tell them y'all too old. Y'all just don't understand. They only tell black people. Matter of fact, it can just be a regular white person walking down the street. Just give them. You can get a homeless white person, put a suit on it, and go. What you respect they get. But when it comes to their own, they have been taught you too old. Read that. That's part of the Willie Lynch syndrome. I'm not quite sure y'all done read their book, The Willie Lynch Letters in the Making of a Slave. You ain't never read that?
No.
It's not long. It's about 50 pages. But that's part of the Willie Lynch syndrome. They say how they were taught during slavery to teach the young to go against the old. It is something that just been passed down even though some people say the guy Willie Lynch never existed, but if you read that book, you will see all those symptoms, whether he existed or not, but those ideas, and somebody saw these ideas and wrote it and said Willie Lynch. But if you read that book, you'll see a lot of the symptoms that plague us now. Don't trust one another. The black woman ain't gonna trust the black man because he ain't no protector. It's a whole lot if you read that book, you'll see how it plagues us.
What do you think about Tristan Thompson and his horse semen in his veins?
I don't know about kids. I can't. I don't know.
He basically got suspended for 25 games for drug enhancing.
Need to leave that dope alone.
He's stupid as hell.
He need to leave that dope alone. He need to leave that dope alone. He need to leave that dope alone. Need to leave that dope alone.
You don't know who Tristan Thompson is, Brother Bakari?
The name sounds familiar.
That used to play for the Miami Heat.
Tristan, he played for Cleveland.
Oh, did he?
Oh, you talking about LeBron James' old teammate?
Yeah.
Him.
Oh,
yeah.
He was on steroid.
No, he was on horse semen.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh, you guys don't know that.
I thought he got caught smoking weed or something.
No, he got. You can't get suspended for smoking weed in the NBA.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
How not? You can still get banned. You can still get suspended for smoking weed. You get popped. That's it.
No, you don't.
So
horse semen, ew.
Horse semen. Ugh.
Yeah, so basically he's putting it in his veins so that he could I guess recover faster.
Recover what? That Negro don't play number about 5 minutes in that
I'm
game.
like you, Doc. Recover. What was wrong with him? Whatever was wrong with him, and you need heart semen to make you heal quicker. I hope it don't ever happen to me.
Nah, I'm sorry, y'all. Just give me cannabis.
Whatever happened to him, I don't want it to happen to me because ain't nobody shooting no heart semen up in me. I'm gonna have to look that. You just made that up. I'm gonna look that. You just made that up.
No, I did not. I didn't. I did not make that up. It's called Hbcu.
That shit don't make no damn sense. My boy Mel is up in here. He said, "Man, don't never let me recover." Oh, weed out on the man sisters. All right.
Somebody said it's a deer antler.
Yeah, that deer antler extract. All them players from Alabama got caught using that. They made that legal. You can get that in the store now. Deer antler extract.
Listen, these folks will try anything to get back right. You see how they did. But anyway, it says Tristan Thompson will be sidelined from NBA games for the foreseeable future. The league just slapped him with a huge suspension after it says he violated their anti-drug program.
I'm sorry. That Negro don't play. He ain't even like he not even like
they were making fun of him like you did all that just to score 3 points.
You did all that so he could stay at home with Chloe and cheat on her again. Come on now. I ain't trying to hear that.
It's supposed to yeah. So it's supposed to help him recover faster. It's a growth hormone. It's unparalleled muscle growth.
So you telling me when I was watching them documentaries, right? I was watching documentaries on like horse racing, and how much money people pay for that. And I've literally seen like this horse here, they be selling his semen for like so they can take his sperm and freeze it, and they can send it anywhere. So you saying it's really not just for horses; it's also for people like Tristan Thompson.
Yes.
I got you. And you know, and if it one of them good stallions, that semen be expensive. So he would use some expensive stuff because I was watching, you know, the one they was sending from New York to California. They sent them overseas. People was paying $300,000-$400,000 for some of that. They take it and freeze it and send it out when it's needed. And they were sending it to Tristan Thompson. They wouldn't even send it to no hoe for another.
Nope, wasn't even sending it out for that. All right. Ew, no, it was injected in his veins. He didn't mix it in the shakes. It's straight from the veins, straight into the veins. Y'all seen the LSU Buet gambling scandal? Oh, Lord.
Keyshawn Butte.
Oh, okay. What did he do? He bet some games. Why didn't he have somebody else bet the games? But and he was betting on LSU games at that. Like, really? Are you serious right now?
Was he betting on LSU to win, though? He played for LSU, right?
Why does it matter if he's betting on them to win or lose? If he's betting
because if I'm betting on me to win, I really ain't done nothing wrong.
No, because if you're betting on the team to lose and then you underperform, then that means that you purposely
shave points.
Right. Yep. Like if a player plays in the game and they're supposed to be one of the best in on your team and they keep fumbling the ball, I'm gonna be side-eyeing you like, Why you keep fumbling the ball? How much did you get paid to throw this game? Oh, he was underage, I guess. He was underage, and then he was betting on LSU games. He bet on LSU 6 times.
How much money did he make off of that?
Probably he was betting probably $25 and $50 at a time. Poor kid. Poor kid.
Oh yeah. I sent you that early. I sent y'all that early in the chat.
Prime got hit with 11 sanctions today. I thought they said that he didn't get hit with nothing.
He got
no, they got 11.
What somebody told me that it wasn't that serious.
Yeah, there's 11 minor sanctions.
Minor? They
snitched on minor.
Okay, so this is my thing. They snitched on purpose. They snitched on themselves to the NCAA.
Well, you know, they do that to try to limit the
or because they on their way out.
Try to limit the punishment, right?
I don't
so
think
that's why they do they can do that, and they want to limit the punishment of whatever gonna happen. But what this tell me is, right, people already knew. They done made their money back off Dion. And I know people think Dion gonna leave on his own will. No, he's not. He win 4 games, he ain't gonna leave on his own. He win another 4, 5 games, he ain't leaving on his own will. Dion ain't got that kind of power. He only have that power in the minds of black people that worship celebrities. He ain't gonna be leaving on it. This right here is the first thing to let you know, boy, we watching you.
Yeah.
And I'm letting y'all know right now, them folks that left HBCUs, I know y'all gonna say they got HBCU ties, flee and dance. They don't need to be nowhere around. Go to where the nice, don't nobody with the nice facilities want y'all no more. Tell them to stay away.
Sure, my man Dennis Thurman said, I'm going to Hawaii. I'm gonna live it up on the beach.
Cause you can look and see and tell something is going on there. Why all them coaches leave so quick?
There are all type of violations on here. Good Lord. Did they say anything about coming and recruiting Jackson State players to go to Colorado, or did they leave that out?
Ooh.
Oh, I think they left that out.
Hey,
see, look how somebody just put in the chat. Flea gonna be all right. Y'all, not me, but y'all will welcome back in the Swac. See,
I let him go. He got fired.
No, he was talking about once everything go down. See, I ain't see. They said y'all once.
He better go to the MEAC. What he talking about going to come to? What would be the point of you elevating to go back?
No, why you say go to the MEAC? Stay away. Tell them to stay at the PWI so they can stay elevated.
I thought you guys were elevating. So
there's no need to want to come back
and then come back down. That don't make sense. I thought
because you can look and see when all the coaches were leaving that. I don't know how people can't tell that it was a saint. It's a. And I ain't wishing nothing on nobody, but you can look and tell it's a sinking ship. You saw how quick I'm gonna tell you who he actually elevated. You know who he actually elevated?
Them white coaches that left.
Yep, that coach from Kent State who he claimed he demoted. And the dude just, okay, you can demote me. Shit, I already got another job at the end of the season. I'm finna be head coach of San Diego State.
And he took a CU great with him to San Diego State. My boy Melanated, he put it in the chat. He said, highlighted. He said, underperforming in the Big 12 without OU in Texas. He's on a short leash.
Ooh.
See,
they go to the Big 12 this coming season.
He ain't got no real power.
Nope.
And then after that, so anybody that comes to Colorado at this point, like, you must be come for an internship or a fellowship. And if you have a job and they're offering you ask, can you do a fellowship, a sabbatical or something so that you'll have a job when this season is over.
Hey, Damian Strachan, I hope I said your name right. Strachan, how you say it? I'm sorry, PhD. I understand Flea is your homeboy. And I'm not trying to be unrespectful. I know the word disrespectful, but I say unrespectful. I ain't trying to be unrespectful to nothing. But Flea showed his true colors bouncing back. Now the people at Jackson State down there showed their true colors too by letting his ass come and not running them off. But he showed his true colors by coming back, trying to take players, working with Dion to tear up everything that they allegedly built. He was a part of that. I understand that's your homeboy, and if y'all really homeboy, you should ask him, why were you a part of trying to completely tear up Jackson State and HBCUs? Because if y'all don't think they with that, they stole from me stuff, and Dion on that call with well, I told you how they gonna treat you. That's how they do you. If y'all don't think them people that followed Dion is with all that stuff Dion was saying, y'all mind. That's why they were anxious to go.
They said Neely was back at Jackson State this past week for a couple basketball games.
That's the thing. Don't nobody run them off. Don't nobody run them off.
He's an alum there.
See, and that's the problem, because he's an alum. Okay. What they got to do with anything? I got somebody right now. He's my first cousin. He ain't gonna come over here nowhere around me. I ain't gonna go nowhere around him. Because we on different stuff. I'm just saying. I look, I'm pro-black, pan-African with a revolutionary mindset, and I love black folk. Sometimes I love them too much. But I've learned some of these people, we got to let go. You graduated from here, but he showed his true colors. What did he do?
He'll be right back at Jackson State with the pregame show with Charles Bishop next year.
So y'all they're gonna let him come down there.
He might have a limited role, but I don't see.
He shouldn't have no role.
I'm not in control.
I know, but I'm just saying. But think about it like this, right? A man and a woman married, right? Mm-hmm. That man leave you for another woman. Mm-hmm. Now you done got you another man. Mm-hmm. Your ex-husband allowed to just come sit in your house and do whatever he want whenever he want.
Right.
So he divorced Jackson State, whether he graduated from there or not. I don't care if he say I pay my alumni dues and all that. It don't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. You divorced me. You ain't want me no more.
Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. All on me. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
I just think it's time for us to stand firm on some things. That's all. It ain't even got nothing to do with if I hate any of these people I'm talking about, because I don't know them to hate them. Don't even know them to dislike them. But I know enough to say I hate their actions. And I know that their actions is no good for black folk. I know that. They are a part of let's make all HBCUs Division II. They are a part of that. What dirty laundry did I air?
Listen, FAMU has enough dirty laundry. Listen, I did some laundry this past week. I did a lot of laundry, like a lot. But FAMU's got Jackson State beat by a mile. Okay? Are all hearts and minds clear?
He said dirty laundry. I don't even think I aired any dirty laundry, but it is something that needs to be done about that. I'm just saying. Because when I recruit a player, if you decide to leave, you decide to leave, because the portal work both ways.
Right.
But I ain't recruiting you so somebody else can come look at you. I'm not trying to
if they're playing a little dirty game, they're like poking at people, and it's not necessary. Like I think Coach Rypress, who claims that he's the #1 recruiter in the Swac, even though FAMU never had a #1 HBCU recruiting class with him at the helm. Okay. He is re-recruiting a recruit that was offered to go to FAMU, he offered them at Colorado.
You know what they're doing, right?
But I don't understand.
Go ahead.
I don't understand why Colorado would even be looking at the same caliber of kids that.
Want me to tell you why?
HBCUs are.
Want me to tell you why?
Why?
This is old. They don't want nobody. Oh, look, because they know in our mind it's better to come sit your bench instead of go play at a black school. All those players running to Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Auburn, Alabama, there's a lot of those players set the bench 4 years, never play. But they would rather set the bench there than go to an HBCU because they think it's better, right? So
they think it's better to go 4-8 or 4-7 than 12-1.
Yeah, white people got some cold ice. They got some cold ice. They got some very cold ice, especially in Colorado. So what?
But it didn't hit the same. Like FAMU didn't care. That's the difference. Like when Prime was doing it with Jackson State, he was like, it was a different level of like being trifling. But with FAMU folks don't care the same. So they're just like, okay, you went and did it. And then the mindset now is you're in the Big 12 now. The types of players that you need to be recruiting are to go against Missouri or.
But they recruiting players. Why you think that kid Willie Gaines was crying at the end, basically crying at the end of the season? He was lied to and told he was going to play.
We don't feel. I'm not trying to be funny.
I know, but I'm just saying.
For Willie Gaines.
How much time? How much time did Savion Wilkerson play? They do that. That's something white schools been doing ever since they told black folks, okay, I'll let you come to my school and play a sport. Yes, boss. And that's what we say. Yes, boss. I'll be there. Ever since Bear Bryant went and got the 2 players from USC and said, I'm gonna get some of these on my team. They knew they could do that, and they've been recruiting like that for a long time. They don't really want them. They just don't want an HBCU to have them. They might turn out to be okay.
I don't think FAMU cared enough. It didn't hit the same. Like sometimes Prime does stuff to be messy because he wants to cause an outroar and stuff. But I'm here to tell you right now, in 2024, we don't care. We don't care because we know that you're going to win maybe 5 or 6 games this year. And you're not going to be at Colorado next year. It's over. We don't care. He will have a better chance in the Big 12 without Texas and Oklahoma.
But Sheila's D, I'm about to get off here. I think I got.
I am too. I'm getting ready to play some gospel music.
Praise the Lord.
Doors of the transfer portal are open. Would there be one that would like to enter before this 10 days is up?
Yeah, I think I might go to work in the morning. I ain't for sure. I don't like going to work every day. But I'm going to lay down just in case. Look, peace out. Peace to the chat. Everybody, thank y'all for listening. I hope y'all enjoy what I said. Hey, I'll holler at you tomorrow.
Thank you for coming on, Brother Bakari.
Hey, don't forget, whenever y'all in Atlanta, you come with me. I'm going to show y'all phenomenal seafood. And I'm going to show you
I love soul food.
I'm going to show you my other homeboy spot, 1738. Bam. I got them on my channel too, 1738.
Bet it up.
All right, peace out.
And for us, we're going to end on a note. Of course, this is where we're at, which is we need a coach. We're hoping that one is named next couple of days. The storm is not over for you, Dave. It's not over. The storm is not over for FAMU. They're still waiting on their head coach to be named. We're hoping that they'll be named before Michigan's head coach is named, before the Washington Commanders coach is named, before any other coach who has left their school and went to the next school or went from one job to the next. We hope that FAMU's head coach is named. February 1st will be too late. February 1st will be too late. Ever since he left, FAMU's been in shape.
Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn table. I'll whip your ass. Something wrong with your ear? Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn table. I'll whip your ass. Something wrong with your ear? Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn table. I'll whip your ass. Something wrong with your ear? Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn table. I'll whip your ass. Something wrong with your ear? Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn table. I'll whip your ass. Something wrong with your ear? Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn table. I'll whip your ass. Something wrong with your ear? Boy, get us some Worcestershire sauce. Clean off that damn